Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally doing this on my fucking podcast. What is up? Do I even need to introduce you, Nick?
I don't think so, bro. Like I'm just here on your show. I'm in bed. It's like
We're
11
raw.
p.m. What's that?
What you have you have a stuffed bear of me.
Oh, you see that's from one of my daughters, and this is from another one. So I keep them right
I
here
was
by
gonna
my
say
bed.
the lion
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
so it for those of you who don't know, Nick is my co-host in the Nick Vertucci show. I am the main host, and Nick is just the sideline guy, the side reporter. So
I am.
welcome to my channel. It's a little
This
more
is
raw. It's a little
wow.
more
This is
uncut. You know, it's an uncircumcised penis, some would say. My background is a $5 curtain from IKEA. Okay. It's not like a 90 grand studio like yours. What's up
well.
with
We're
that?
not in the
What's up with that
studios
headboard?
anymore, there, Dorothy. I'm in bed. So let's do this,
What's your headboard? I just want to talk about your headboard. What the fuck is
dude.
that?
This headboard literally is from 30 years ago
You
when
look
I
like you're
first
fucking
got
living on
married.
the set of, you look like you live on the set of Three's Company. Fucking, that's Jack Roper's bed.
That's literally like I think they had the same headboard. No joke.
So we're diving into the Nick Vertucci personal life here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the bedroom set. We've got the fucking brown fucking 600 thread count sheets. I'm on one today, Nick. You know I'm on one.
Yeah, I've been laughing my ass off all night. We just got out of that. What is that called? The Twitter what?
It's Twitter Live with Will Jaffe. You
Yeah.
know,
So
it's been quite a week. I mean, there's just been you and Nick did a podcast together, the double Nicks, Nick Squared. And then
yeah,
Will Jaffe's going live every night, and Doug Polk went live today on Twitter. You know, it's
there's a lot of bang bang going on right now, and you can't even jump on Twitter or YouTube anywhere. Like you said, someone's going live, and like when Veronica Brill at 10:30 at night says, "Jump on and let's do a Zoom podcast," you got to do it, right?
well, I feel like a lot of the audience sees us in this post-production environment, right? They don't see our like text messages and our phone calls. And like a lot of people don't realize that you and I have like flat out fights on the phone. And then we have like times where we're just like rolling over laughing together. But like we
Yeah.
have like a real relationship. And sometimes our fucking relationship, I'm always like, damn, we should be on a Zoom right now talking about this. So now here we are, and let's fucking
Yeah.
get into it. So you
Most
have
of
some
most of
thoughts.
the good shit does happen off camera, and we miss so much content. So
I told you we need to put cameras in your car because when you pick me up at the airport, we just like go
yeah.
fucking ham on each other, insulting each other, and it's hilarious. It's like such a good bit.
But what these people don't know is sometimes we go ham in jest, and sometimes we like legitimately get out of the
Actually
car
go
and we'll
ham.
talk to each won't talk to each other for 2 hours.
That's because you're a sensitive bitch with a lot of emotions.
Whatever. I'm a big bitch.
All right, Nick.
What's up? Hey, by the
Like,
way, not right now. Not right
don't
now.
make me fucking bring up Ace King with the Ace of Clubs, okay?
We'll talk about that if you want to. That right there is going down the hatch soon. That's a sleep chocolate. And
Okay.
that's a little pen. That's a nice little chaser to the chocolate right there.
You have the same routine as me. And for
Yeah.
those of you not tuning in from California, it's legal. It's legal.
Yeah, I'm drawn dead if I don't at least eat the chocolate. I
Me
can't
too.
sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
So,
fly with it, you know that. And then I'm
yeah.
always like, Nick, where's your sleep chocolate?
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
I have some good
Veronica,
new stuff for you. But yeah,
you
let's
really
get into the gritty.
okay, you really want to talk about that hand? It's kind of boring. I mean, it's going to be
I
all
mean,
over the internet. It already is.
that was like that has got to be one of the worst folds I've ever seen in my life. That's like fucking you've been receiving coaching for how long? I just have to give it to you. Like it's a clear fucking at least call, but mostly like shove. And it was for like less than the pot.
Yeah, it's definitely not a shove, but I promise you I will make
It's not a
worse.
fucking fold.
I promise you I'll make worse folds. You can count on me.
It's definitely a shove before it's a fold.
No.
It's so crazy that you're sitting here, you folded that hand and you're like, it's definitely not a shove. Like, fuck, everything's better than fold.
It's not a shove, but that's
I'm in a
fine. I
fucking
don't
mood right
care.
now, Nick. Don't start.
I know you are fucking on one. Like probably from like 5 p.m. tonight. I've had an hour-long conversation with you.
Two,
You've
two
been
hours.
stalking me on 2 hours. You've been stalking me on text after a 2 hour conversation. Then you told me I had to get on a Twitter, whatever that thing is. So I got on that,
We got
and
on Doug's first. We got on Doug's
oh
first.
yeah, yeah, we
Then we
got on
talked, and then
Tubbs
we got on
first.
Will's.
Yeah, I've been noodling and skadoodling all day in this shit. So
Okay,
whatever.
so you just interviewed Nik Airball.
Yeah.
And let's just do a summary real quick. So you and Nick did this interview. Everyone, please go see it if you haven't seen it. It's on the Nik Vertucci show channel. Okay, not mine because I'm nothing. I'm poor over here in this
Well,
regular fucking old YouTube channel. But let me finish. Let me finish. So then, so Nick has been trying to basically get this heads up challenge going, and Berkey has been basically saying no to everything. No matter what Berkey says, Berkey's like, oh no, well, I don't want your friend there. Nick's finally like, okay, my friend doesn't need to be there. And then Berkey still says no. Berkey doesn't want to do this heads up match. What are your thoughts?
my thoughts are just that. I mean, let's put it this way, and everyone knows, Berkey and I have a beef, but I promise you, I will be exactly what I think. I'm not going to throw any frosting on it just to go against Berkey. But this is what I don't understand, Veronica. Matt Berkey has been, you know, I don't know what the word is, but he's been touting the fact of his skills. A lot of time, it's very much superior to others in poker and other things. And you got a guy who was an investment banker 10 minutes ago. Uh, he drinks when he plays. He just dusted off $1 million in the Friday game.
Just say
Um,
the word. Just say the word. He's a giga whale.
he's a total giga whale, and Matt Berkey should be if he is everything he said he is, he should be salivating for this. So it's got to be one of two things. It's either he doesn't have the money to do it, or he doesn't have the money to do it.
Okay, look. We all know in the world of poker, if you're good, you can get a backer.
Right.
So it's a matter of selling action if he does. So I mean, like everyone has fucking backers. I've heard he has a backer.
Yeah.
Um, but if I don't actually know if he's been losing on Live at the Buck. I know he lost a few sessions, but I know he's also won. So I'm not sure if he's like stuck right now. I heard he is stuck. So maybe his backers like kind of like I can't afford $2 million or even a million. And so he has to sell action. But why can't he? It should be easy to sell action, especially since
Well,
he's a favorite.
if he's the
He's
favorite, the
like
odds are
minus 175, right? One
something like that.
or
Yeah.
yeah.
160. The last I looked, it might have went up. But here's the thing. It's an indication. Literally, Nick has negotiated himself into a nub. He has not one request. He has done everything. Like Berkey's like, I'm not coming there. My time's too valuable. Okay, I'll come there. Nick will leave his wife. He's going to go there for a month. He's going to rent a room. He's ready to play. Well, then it's got to be this. Okay, I'll do it. It's got to be that. Okay, I'll do it. Now all he wants is his buddy because he's going to spend all those hours in there just
Also,
to
he
sit
also
there.
wanted the stakes lower, remember?
Yeah, he wanted the stakes lower. Nick said, okay. Every single condition he asked for, he got. Now he doesn't want to let like his friends sit behind him. And it's like, what's going on here? Like, it has to be. He doesn't want anything recorded. He didn't want to be on stream. It has to be. Look, when I said either it's not he doesn't have the money or doesn't have the money, it's either he doesn't have the money or he is so worried about if he loses this match, he just has massive egg on his face because of how he's talked. And the third reason is I don't think he has the money. So I don't know.
Okay, but so we talked about this earlier when we were on the phone, because you and I like to fucking noodle through everything that's happening as
Yeah.
friends. We don't talk about like, I would say 80% of the things we noodle through because, there's just not enough time. I mean,
Right.
talk about on our podcast, on your podcast. But
That's right.
uh,
This is your podcast right now.
we uh, we talked about how if he did have the money, that it could potentially be scared money. So playing poker has a few variables. Like you could still get all the money. Like I got money to play on Max Payne Monday and I was scared shitless because I knew that fucking game is crazy. So
Right.
is it one of those instances that maybe even if he got the money, he would just wouldn't feel comfortable playing because if he's like on the edge of not having money or running bad or like being in makeup, could this potentially drive him into being broke? Because everyone goes broke at some point
Yeah.
when they're playing
Well,
poker.
I could only speculate my opinion, which is from things I understand that he probably it would really crush his ability to keep playing if he lost $1 million in this heads up match. I don't and I could be wrong. Like, go ahead and show it if you have it, but I just think it's the money. I think it would set him too far back. Again, this is just my opinion. And when you're playing with scared money, you can't win. I mean, you get lucky, but it's hard to win. Like, say Nik has, I don't know what Nik has, but let's say Nik has $10 million and he's willing to go in there and dust off 2 million, and it's not going to phase him. Let's just say he has that mentality. He's got a complete edge. It's a major edge because every decision someone with scared money is just you're drawn dead over.
It's like he would end up folding ace king with a straight and drawing to the nut
and
flush.
and the
It's
nut
like he would
flush
do
draw.
that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
it's like that.
Nick,
It's like
all
that.
I can think about is that you're gonna get dragged from this video because you're literally like sitting there with teddy bears in a bed, like looking like fucking
Yeah,
Goldilocks.
yeah. This is Leo the fucking lion right here.
You're gonna get
So
so dragged for this. Like this
I
is
don't care.
this is the
Drag
top
me.
tier content. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the top tier content you've been looking for. You want a fucking studio? Go somewhere else.
That's
Okay, this
right.
is
You
the
want that
real.
top notch. You want the good audio. You want the professional background. You ain't getting it here. You ain't getting it
No,
here.
we don't fucking use condoms here. This is raw and uncut.
Nah, this is raw dog right here.
Okay, so
Fuck.
he's potentially playing with scared money, potentially doesn't have the money. But you know what? Like in his defense, who's got the money? Who's got 2 million laying around to go fucking play Nik Airball? Not a lot of people. And Nik Airball is a fucking like train with no fucking brakes, a psychopathic train with no
Yeah,
meds and no
yeah.
brakes.
It's a
He
runaway
doesn't
train.
care. Yeah. He has the potential to like destroy somebody and he doesn't care. So, but the thing is, I think he's on a downswing, but maybe it doesn't affect him mentally. I don't know if that would
No,
play a
Nik is
part.
missing. Nik is missing the fear chip, which makes him really hard to deal with in any poker game. Nik could be down 1 million, and he will try to dust. He will dust off another million trying to get that million back. He doesn't give up. I haven't seen him take a break. He's not bullshitting. He's going to Vegas tonight in case it happens. He's chomping at the bit to get into this heads up match. And Veronica, if it happens, I will, and it could. Like, yeah, I hope it does. I hope I'm wrong. I don't know. I have this hunch it's not going to happen.
Okay, so talk to me about like, okay, so let's say it does happen. No fucking cameras, no live stream. It's so hear me out. I
Yeah,
think so. Berkey's getting dragged a little bit online, okay? And
yeah,
I think, and I might be wrong, but if he takes this opportunity and shows the world his skill, because he is he does run a training site. He is a professional poker player. He plays on live at the bike all the time. So
yeah.
it's not like he's afraid of a live stream, but if he comes out ahead and Nik Airball just looks like a spaz and just ends up getting fucking steamrolled by Berkey, it literally is like such a good thing for his brand. His like people are gonna be chomping at the bits to go fucking sign up for his weekend at Berkey's, that he does. I know you saw my
The
tweet.
weekend at Berkey's. Well,
Weekend
that's.
at Berkey's, five
I mean,
thousand
listen,
dollar weekend at Berkey's.
we're tiptoeing around. You said it, but we're tiptoeing around it. Nik has nothing to lose, and Matt would have more to lose because of all the rhetoric and his image of what he does and how he does it.
But at this point, can he afford to not do it? I'm
That's what
talking
I'm
about with
saying. He's
reputation.
fucked right now. What he should have done, what he should have did, was just say no at first. I don't like you. I'm not
I
doing
said
it.
that to you
I'm busy.
earlier today too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
why
I
I'm
can't do
saying
it.
it
I'm
because
too
I'm
busy.
repeating it like a parrot because it was a good point. And that's what he should have. But now it's yeah,
Okay,
man.
so talk to me. You own the world's biggest poker fucking live stream. This is the fucking owner of Hustler Casino Live, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know now, you know. With a fucking teddy bear in his bed and his 600
You
thread
can't
count
make this
fucking
shit up.
granny sheets. The
You can't make this
1970
shit up,
granny. You have fucking frillies around your pillow like a fucking 90-year-old in a
bro.
retirement
None of these
facility.
pillowcases or sheets match.
How do you even, how are you rich? I actually don't believe that you're rich right now. You live in a fucking single wide trailer. So anyway,
Look at
Nick, back,
look at
bring the
that.
camera back. Bring
Okay.
the camera back. You don't need to show off to me.
That's not
Just
showing off. It shows that I live in the Three's Company apartment.
so listen,
Yeah.
talk to me about your thoughts on this not being streamed and whether it'll be beneficial to Berkey or not. Because Nick doesn't fucking care. Nick doesn't fucking care at all.
Nick
He'll
wants it
set
streamed.
everything on fire.
He wants it streamed because that's what Nick does. He wants to go
But I'm
viral
talking
with
about
this.
from Berkey's perspective.
So from Berkey's perspective, again, in my opinion, of course, is Berkey has everything to lose. And if it's on stream on camera, it lives for infinity. Words and a couple posts could die out eventually, but that can't. And he just has too much to lose. And personally, if he was as confident as he says he is, he'd just do it and he would stream it. It wouldn't matter. This, by the way, this would be great for his brand. You said it. He runs a training poker academy. Like, what would be better for the leader of the academy than to go play heads up for millions of dollars and crush somebody with a big mouth?
Here's what I think. Even if like he takes like a $50,000 loss or $100,000 loss, like we saw Daniel do, right? With Doug,
Yeah.
it's still okay because he'd have hours of footage he could break down and like he probably would play more optimally, and you could show like, hey, I played this spot as perfect as I could. We can't be results oriented. It was a poor outcome, but it's like a great showing, I think, for his brand.
Well, even if he made mistakes, that's still a great training video because it shows that even someone at the top of their game could make mistakes. And people respect that and they want to see what they should or shouldn't do. There's literally no reason not to stream this except for risk of ego.
So let me ask you, would you allow it to happen at Hustler?
I would get up out of this bed right now with this teddy bear and I would drive over to the Hustler and I would fire up the engines right now.
You wouldn't even know how to turn on a computer at
No, but
Hustler.
I
You'd
got a
have to call
guy.
Ryan.
But I got a guy.
So you're saying, so by the way, while we're talking about this, we went
Yeah,
on Doug's live, right? Doug offered Berkey or to the winner
the
a
winner.
$100,000 if they went and played at the lodge. Would you do the same at Hustler?
Free roll. Uh Man, that's a good question. Would I do that? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we could pull that off. I need
Are
to check
you
with my
issuing it
partner.
right now?
No, I have to check with my partner, bro. Like
Ladies
I
and
can't
gentlemen, we have it official.
no I can't. It's not official. It's tentative. But he's not coming to the Hustler. And to be honest with you,
No, no,
I
no,
think
but
if
I'm just saying it's like a little zhizh, like it's juiciness.
Hey, I just think,
But
yeah. And
squish the
honestly,
lemon over the food.
Birdie's banned at the Hustler.
Birdie?
I mean, yeah, Berkey. What's it? He's banned. He's banned at the Hustler. He's not allowed to play there. So I don't think I want to
Rick
break our own rule.
Hairball and Burley and Birdie. Rick
Yeah,
Hairball and Birdie.
Burley.
Burley. I
Yeah,
love that. I love Rick Hairball. So you said Burley's not allowed at Hustler?
yeah. I mean, he's not playing there. He's not, and probably not going to play at the Lodge. And so now Burley's down to one stream, and
I'm
they're
just
opening a
saying,
few
would
more.
you would open the doors and let him play heads up in at the Hustler though? Like
Yeah,
you don't care.
I
You're
would. I
let
would.
bygones be bygones.
I would. For that, I would. He would not come
Yeah,
play in a
you're a
ring game.
fucking businessman. I know how
No,
you fucking
a
roll.
ring game, like just to come play, no. But a heads up match, yes. We would roll out the red carpet for Berkey.
Oh, that's actually really sweet. That's like
Yep,
kind
yeah,
of you.
yeah.
You're a really good human.
We'd even comp them something to eat.
So people say, what would Jesus do? And I say, what would Nick do? What would Vertucci do?
WWND. What would Nick do? I like it.
Yeah.
WWND. Let's get a
Yeah.
hat.
Okay.
Let's get hats.
I started something terrible. What
Yeah,
color are your walls? Is that like a green beige?
yeah. Green something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Nick,
it's yeah.
we need an intervention. I'm gonna call your
No.
family.
I've been pressed to do that for a long time. I just I don't know. I sleep in here and I leave. What do I care?
It's 1992 in your bedroom, and then the
Dude,
bed is 1972.
It really is. I'm not kidding. I've had this for 30 years when I first got married.
Okay. So we don't have a ton of time. It's like 10
Yeah.
p.m.
Why don't we
We're
have a
both
ton of time?
old.
No,
Take
tell the real reason.
because
Tell the real reason. Don't talk about going to bed. Tell the real reason.
because I told you I'm poverty stricken and I didn't
Yeah.
pay for my Zoom
You,
subscription and they kicked me
yeah.
off.
You won't sign up for the big boy subscription.
I had it during COVID when I was doing interviews, and then like I stopped doing my YouTube channel pretty much because my job takes all my
Oh,
time.
okay.
But I have a view behind this curtain. Do you notice I match my curtain too?
Whoa. Whoa. God, it's so weird. It's like 11 at night and you're all made up. Do you just walk around
I'm
like
not
that?
made up. I have no eyelashes on, Nick. I have no makeup
Oh,
on.
oh,
I just
okay.
put some powder on so that I wasn't all oily and greasy for this
Yes,
interview.
yeah, I got it.
So it's gonna be potentially in Vegas. Like, what do you think the outcome's gonna be uh if it doesn't happen? Like, I want to know what odds you think there are for it to happen, and what do you think the outcome's going to be if it doesn't happen?
I think there's probably about a 10-15% chance it's going to happen because all indications are going towards that. Matt's just trying to figure out the next thing to ask for that maybe Nick will eventually not agree to, and then he can be out that way. So
He's going
far,
to out
Nick's
nub
like,
him.
dude, Nick just like, okay, you don't want Brown Ball in there? Fuck it. Fine. I'll come in there alone. So, he's kind of out of requests. I don't know. I put it at very low chance. If he doesn't, I mean, if he doesn't, after all this and the posturing and the things he said on his podcast and everything else, he's gonna have a tough time getting. He's gonna get drug around pretty good on this one. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I mean, if there's a next best thing that happens and there's some big controversy, you might catch a break. But I don't think this one's leaving for a while.
And we heard from Conrad on Will Jaffe's live, and he was kind of echoing like, "Hey, what does it matter? It doesn't matter. Like, who cares? Like, it doesn't need to be shown." Kind of echoing what Berkey has been wanting.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like as a fan of poker, I get that Conrad is there for his friend, and I know he's like, they're good friends, they're on a team, they're like coaches together, so like I get the alignment. But as a fan of poker, I think it's like kind of a disservice to not stream it.
Oh,
And it's not just like whatever. It's not whatever, because if it was, no one would care.
yeah. It's not a whatever, and just if I'm just being honest, that's what Conrad's supposed to do. Like I've never watched a podcast where Conrad has pushed back. I mean, him and the other guy Nick and the other little guy, what's his name, Henry or something? What's the other guy, the little one?
I can't
Andre.
remember all of
Andre.
them.
Yeah, they
You take your sleep
they
chocolate already?
no, but I'm gonna take it, but I'm actually feel like I'm getting like in that loopy mode. So if you can ask me anything right now. But there's just not a lot of things but yes over there, like with his crew. The only one that ever pushed back on him was Christian Soto and Melissa, to be honest with you. And so I don't know. Like, yeah, it's his friend, he works with him. He went on there. He really didn't say anything that made any sense, respectfully. Like, it just was like, I don't know. No one really cares. Like, who cares? Well, a lot of people care. Maybe you don't care. Maybe that's the talking point, but a lot of people do care. And a lot of people do want to see it. And this thing has been made into such a big thing. I mean, Nick is flying out. Phil Galfon is fucking moderating this thing. And Nick's flying out tonight or driving out tonight. Like, what are we doing? What's going on here? Like, are you just not going to do it now where with all these things are in place, everything was agreed to? I mean, maybe he'll do it and then we'll see what happens. But it's just sure a bummer that we're just going to be able to get like a Twitter update every 6 hours.
Well, I was hoping at the very least, I think it would have been optimal to put them in Poker Go. I don't know how, if that would be draining money on Poker Go, but I think
Yeah.
everybody would love to see this. But at the very fucking least, especially if it's in a casino, I hate saying public casino because they're not public, they're private
Yeah,
businesses.
yeah, yeah.
But at the very least, have us be able to rail the game and
Yes.
like live stream it. Someone
Yeah,
goes live on Instagram or something. But like the fact that they don't, that like, well, I shouldn't say they, I should say Berkey doesn't want anyone around is like really frustrating for the rest of us who want to see the action, who are like big fans of poker. This is what we strive for in poker, especially those of us
yeah.
who are fans of poker and like to watch poker.
You know, I said what I said. I mean, there's only one reason for that, and that is he probably
Berkey's just
just doesn't.
protecting his brand.
He's protecting himself. Yeah, his brand, call it
Okay,
whatever
so
you want.
again, I'm going to give you pushback on this. Well, not pushback, but I'm going to say
Yeah,
that I don't understand it because Berkey's such a favorite to win. I honestly, like, we've been trolling, everyone's trolling him right now, but he is much more skilled. He's been playing poker for so long. He's a crusty
sure.
old man at this point. Like,
Right.
he's he's running solvers. He's like, coaching Landon. Like, he's obviously very good at poker, plays fucking big games at Live at the Bike. What is the issue here? I just understand. Is it just the variance? Like, he's such a favorite here. It's so
Yeah.
mind-blowing to
I'll
me.
I'll I'll accept your premise of everything you just said and not push back on any of it and just answer what you said.
No
Uh,
pushback. You got the
well, I mean,
fucking
what's
squirrely shit going on right now.
no, okay. Well, pushback is where's the like I could say this for myself. I got nothing to show of any of that. Like where where's the bracelets? Where's all the stuff? I mean, anyone could start a training. Like I know he knows the numbers. I know he's good, but I don't know. Like you could position yourself like that. He doesn't win often on stream. He does from time to time, but generally speaking, if you go back, maybe he's entertaining the fans. Maybe he's playing different. I don't know. So he could get a seat. I don't know. So you'll have to ask Matt that. But
Is there
you know,
lem-
the
can
bottom line, Veronica, is Matt has everything to lose and nothing to gain. Now, the money, yes, but if it's not your money and he's trying to get it and he's back, it's so much pressure when you have a guy coming in, regardless of the skill set, that is just looking with all that momentum just to put it in. And so that's a lot of pressure because you need that backing for other games that you actually probably can win in because Matt's not really a heads up guy. I think he said that. So there's just a
no
lot
one
of
is.
pressure on him.
Doug's the only one in the fucking world. Like, no one plays heads up anymore.
No, I know. So there's just a lot of pressure on him. I mean, to not lose a big chunk of money. And then there's the other, public pressure of Nik will probably never stop talking about it if he beats him. And so Matt has everything to lose. And I don't care what anyone says, he's under pressure. When I saw him on his podcast last and he was talking about Doug and Doug trolling him and Nik, he was visibly shaken, trying to act like he was composed. He was very angry. He had to stop himself on a couple of rants because he's like pissed off and he's under pressure. And again, this is my take. I don't, maybe it's not true, but like it's pretty obvious. So this is a lot of pressure.
So, a couple of things, and people are going to laugh at me because every time I bring this up, people think it's a nothing burger. Is there a world where Berkey, for the sake of being invited into big private games, plays a little bit more edgy when he's on a full ring
Sure.
live stream game?
Yeah, that's why I said that. I said maybe he is playing different so he can get into home games, he could get into juicy games. I don't know. I'm not trying to just troll him because of our beef. I don't know. All I'm saying is what I've saw and have seen, it's not really like a ton of W's. And so again, maybe there's plus EV in it for him to do that. I mean, maybe that's like what other players do. I don't know. You'd have to ask Matt. But if we're just going off of like tournament, winnings or stats or bracelets, like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Matt's been in the industry a long time. He's better than I am, but I just think there's too much pressure on him. And Matt knows, every person knows deep down what they're capable of and what they're not. I don't care what persona someone puts on. Matt is probably under some financial pressure with this. He's under some public perception pressure. Who knows, however he feels about it. And could you imagine, like, if Matt walked in there and lost $500,000 and lost and having to put up with that with all the mics that are ready, like he's under a lot of pressure.
It
That's my opinion.
happens to so many good players. Phil Galfond freaking had like a huge loss before he came back and won. Landon had a lot. I mean, it just happens. It
Yeah.
happens. So you can't be so afraid of risk unless you can't afford the risk.
Well, that's why I started with that. That's why I
Let
said,
me
I mean, because I think if you're really liquid and won all those millions of dollars that you say, this is an opportunity for a professional to take advantage of a cherry patch. And
Yeah,
any,
no,
I,
I
I
agree.
promise you this: Doug Polk would be there tomorrow. Phil Galfond would be there tomorrow. Perkins would be there tomorrow. These people that like put their money where their mouth is would be there tomorrow. There would be no question about it. They would be salivating to do so. And so you have to
That's
just
why
do
we're
the
all
math.
shocked. That's why we're
Yeah,
all
you
shocked
just
at this
come
out.
here, Chloe. It's
But
okay. This is like not a fancy thing. Come here, Chloe. Okay. Okay.
so we've got 8 broke ass minutes left because I'm a 2-5
Okay.
frag,
Well, this is
Um,
Chloe. She's got her
so
ball. She's got her toy.
hi Chloe, hi to your
All
ball.
right. So
So one last comment or question, like
yeah,
I know like people think that you're this like rough Italian guy and like but you are like a very emotional dude and you have to know that like he's getting dragged right now and it's got to be hard on him.
yes,
And what so we both agree with that. Like it's hard for anyone to get dragged. You've been dragged a lot since
totally.
I
It's
fucking
not
started doing
easy.
the show with you.
Yeah.
So let me, especially with that Jack 4 shit, you got fucking dragged.
Yeah.
So, but, and you and I talk about this all the time, and
Yeah.
I get occasionally dragged. If you are like fragile and you
Uh-huh.
break when they start dragging you, they pile on. They sense
Yes.
blood and they pile on. And I really think, and this is just my own, and like I no one fucking cares what I think, but I'm a really big fan of leaning into my trolls and leaning into things.
Yeah.
And if you try to fight it and you get angry, they'll just fucking pile on you. The internet is ruthless and has like no mercy. What do you think about his reaction to everything?
Okay. So you're definitely spot on. Matt's not a leaner inner. Like it's just whatever. Matt has a huge ego. Um, and I don't know if that's masking insecurity. I don't know, but he does, and he doesn't. He'll lean into like situations, but when it comes to that, I just don't think that's his style. He's used to being on the mic, in control. He's usually giving the shots, not taking the shots. And there's been a big turnaround here, and I think this turnaround does come from a lot of the shots that he's just been giving, and I think now he's not accustomed to taking it. I mean, like Doug Polk is just destroying him
Doug
with
is
his shots.
ruthless.
he's
Yeah.
he's destroying him. Nik Airball is just going after every angle he can. Um, and now, like you said, the blood's in the water. So now people on Twitter are starting to pile on and social media, and he's feeling that pressure because usually he's applying the pressure. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
And you're right. If he would just lean into it, say, "Hey, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I don't like the guy. I don't have the finances to do that. It's too risky, even though I think I'm plus EV in this, and whatever, suck me." Like then I think it just would be fine.
Yeah. I agree. I think if he was just honest, like, hey, the
Yeah,
game's that's too big for me. Like, Solver Y is a training site for,
yeah,
mid-stakes pros or mid-stakes players or whatever. And we just don't, I don't want to like put my whole business at risk for this. I think everyone would have been like, oh, that's respectable. Like
totally,
every
totally. Everyone's been there.
right. I'm
Yeah,
still there.
yeah, whatever.
But
But
I
you got a
still
nice.
play too fun.
Yeah, but look at that curtain behind you. Come on.
Oh my God. I'm like living
Oh,
in the lap of
oh
luxury
my
here.
God, you're killing it over there.
You fucking would be so jealous if you saw my fucking 600 square foot apartment. No, I'm
You don't
just
even have fucking electricity.
I know. I half the time I don't. I
I
live
know.
in the fucking woods in
I
a
know.
treehouse.
Yeah, you're in a cabin. You're in a
I
cabin in
can't
the woods.
believe I actually people are like you live in Silicon Valley. I'm like in the poor part. That's where I live.
You're the
I
little.
can
What's
barely
the
make
lady
ends
that
meet.
lived? You're the
I have a
lady that lived
bicycle.
in the shoe. What's the name of
Yeah,
that chick?
yeah.
Yeah,
Nick, reference you're just blending in with that fucking bed. Those references are from like 1928.
the lady
How
that
was the
lived in
Second
the
World
shoe.
War? How was the Second World
I
War? Did you
fought in
fight
it.
in it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
fought in it. I have a Purple Heart.
Yeah, I bet you do. From fucking Hustler Casino, Larry Flint gave it to you,
Yeah,
probably.
I want to fucking hid under a tank for like 6 months until that shit was over.
We got 4 minutes. Let's get the jokes going. Should we do a roast?
Yeah, what do we got?
I roast you one, you roast me one.
Just like go.
Yeah.
All right, go. You go first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Sure. I want to see how low you're gonna go.
Oh, fuck. Now, see, like this is bad timing.
Yeah,
Because it's
let's save
always
it.
fat, but I feel like fat's so
No, it's
fucking
overplayed. It's overplayed.
it's boring.
Yeah, it's
It's
overplayed.
boring.
It's overplayed. Uh, you look stupid in those fucking glasses and headset. Maybe
Oh,
that.
Nick,
No, that
that's
doesn't.
so bad.
Yeah, that's like third grade right now, so that's not gonna work.
You
I don't
look,
know.
you know what? You look like you're sleeping in a fucking top tier room on Gilligan's fucking island. That bed just floated up with a fucking boat. That was the
I'm the
side
skipper.
rail.
I'm the fucking skipper.
Yeah, how's that? How's that?
Yeah, well, we don't have enough time to really come up with a roast, and our
Oh,
organic
oh,
roast.
oh, you're not gonna say anything about my stripper curtains? You know?
No, I already did. I said I love them.
I have sheer ones here,
I know. I dig it.
and then these ones go at night. But then
These
that's my
ones,
ring light.
these
And
ones,
then I have like
Berkey,
floor to
Berkey would
ceiling
slaughter you
fucking
with that grammar. Do you understand that? These ones.
these ones. These. You know what? It's my veneers. I can't talk anymore.
Did does everyone know you got those new chompers? Seriously, when you first
No,
showed up and
no.
you didn't give me a heads,
You did. I told
dude.
you, and you didn't bring it up. It's your
I the
fault.
first as soon as I saw you, I was looking for a sugar cube. Seriously, I was like, hey, what's up?
Oh, that was a
Fucking
good one.
anyone got a fucking apple? Nay. Fuck. We fucking rode to dinner instead of drove.
Nick, Nick, how much tell me like what your breakdown of your fucking macros is for you to get a six pack. How much do you cut?
Whatever. I got
What's
a
your
40 pack.
what are your daily fucking carb intakes, bro?
Check this
How's the
out.
commerce, by the way? When's your
Yeah.
next trip to the
We're
commerce?
gonna next time you come
Wait,
in town, we're gonna go there and get kicked out. Okay, you see this chocolate?
you're actually kicked out of commerce, right? We got 1 minute 20 seconds. You might as well just take
And
that in
I'm
right now.
banned as fuck. Okay, check this out.
Why are
There
you
goes the
banned? What did you
chocolate.
fucking do? Did you
There's the
fight someone?
chocolate. Hold on.
Oh, fuck. We got 1 minute left, folks. I hope you get to enjoy this last minute of Nick Vertucci and his fucking teddy bear in 1972. Fucking, you
You
have
want it?
polka dot fucking curtains too. You have a poster of Ron Jeremy somewhere.
No, you want to see it? You want to see what
No.
the shit that gets on my wall? You want to see it or no?
Yeah, yeah. Is that your wife?
Yeah. That's what's on my wall.
I thought it was gonna be Alan Kessler. All right.
Alan
Less
Kessler's
than
in
a
my
minute.
dreams. He's in my
You know
dreams.
you love Alan. Shout out to Alan Kessler. I love you, baby.
Love that guy.
You're my number one squeeze.
Yeah, he's currently trying to figure out the big caper of the chips giveaway and the sandwich. He feels that he feels that it was just not right. Like I don't know. It's a long story. It'll be out like next week, and we'll see what happens.
I'm
It's
excited for
unfolding.
it.
It's unfolding. It's actually going to stop all this stuff with Berkey. It's just going to overtake it. So we're good. When are you taking
All
your
right.
sleep chocolate?
As soon as we're done here in like 10